Should we continue the first conversation we were having off the air or the second conversation? What would the audience like more? All of it, Don?
All of it.
Okay. Well, Anthony Pusick here with Don and Peter. Michael back Friday. ENN brought to you by Security Dodge. Go see Michelle Scalisi and...
Come get some!
Yeah!
Well, we had a lot going on today. Thank you, Aaron. I'd like to say good evening to Don.
I want to do it for him.
There's Dan Grassa. He's coming up after us. Got a full vehicle tonight. Good evening to Don again.
I'll tell you, I'm not doing anything else. If there's anything else that has to be done, Anthony, I'm sorry. I'm out.
And that meant a lot to me, Don, that you would even go out of your way to try and do that to make my life a little easier. I appreciated that.
Well, I'm trying. I'm still working.
Like you said,
they're asking for more stuff
it's
now.
out.
I just got another email.
But you just said
more.
You said out. So, you do what you can.
But I want to do it for you because I appreciate you, and I don't want to slow the show down.
Well, that means a lot. That means a lot, Don.
But they are making it very difficult.
We would adjust no matter what. We would make it work.
We don't know a lot about the unicorn.
We don't, Peter. We don't know.
No, you have to keep that in mind.
You have to. You have to.
My watch is screaming. It's going to burst. My wrists. Look at that arm. It's undefined.
That's looking at Doritos Don, by the way.
For Pug, better than banging a Dorito bag.
That's a little Nacho cheese or Cool Ranch?
No nut is totally unhealthy.
I was a Cool Ranch guy.
Of course you were.
Not that bag, though. The picture that they showed was nacho cheese.
Oh, whatever. But
whatever. It was Doritos.
I'm not turning it down.
I agree with you.
They make a fabulous product.
They really do.
If you somehow are late to the program, God, you are a loud swallower.
But did you... Jacob cut that. Peter, listen to this again.
If you somehow are late to the program, God, you are a loud swallower.
That's already...
No, but that's how I hear it every time.
That's how you hear it.
It's loud.
He raised it, right?
I think he raised it.
Well, how did it sound in real time so we can really embarrass Peter? That's what I want to know.
We've had this guy. Look, if I had both my headphones in, I could hear it a little bit. It's not the ice shaking that. Now, see, I heard it that time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's when I'm in here.
Maybe you see it. When you see it, you hear it more.
But I think you hear it because you're in the room. But I don't think a microphone picks it up as much.
No,
as
I only hear the microphone.
The microphone does pick it up a little bit, not at that level. And maybe when it's heightened on the podcast.
Maybe I need to straw like Michael.
Somebody superimposed you guys on the beach somewhere. You and Michael with the Doritos bag. And
I was in a trailer.
Oh, man, that was a lot of fun.
I hated the trailer.
Well, guys, something I didn't think we'd get a lot of today, but we did. A lot of cricket conversation.
Yeah, how about that?
But it's for good reason, because Willow by CrickBuzz and the Yes Network have striked a media partnership. This is going to be... matches available on both Yes Television and the Yes app, as well as Willow by CrickBuzz TV Network on their streaming platform. The first game, Friday, July 5th, MI New York versus the Seattle Orcas. Orca's very dangerous.
You got to watch for the Orca.
So that's big. The partnership will bring exhilarating MLC action to Yes coverage territory in New York, Connecticut, and northern Pennsylvania, north and central New Jersey, starting on the Friday, July 5th that I mentioned before. That's pretty cool. And we got a lot of people that listen to our show.
Yeah.
They helped us out. They gave us some of the rules. Don, you said that at the Twins party they were at, infatuated with the match that was going on.
And at kickboxing, it's all anybody was talking about there, too, because India beat Pakistan.
So that's really
that was
cool.
Sunday, so that was a big deal. People are talking.
And for the people that listen to the show and like cricket, now you have a chance on the Yes Network starting on July 5th to be able to watch them. So that's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool of Yes. I'm excited. And I think Don and I might get a crack at commentary.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's on the table.
No, because it's not a thing.
No.
So we got our one shot to call an exhibition game like 3 years ago. And that was it.
If Yes were to ever be like short-staffed and in a situation, I would think the spot you use me for is probably not cricket. Maybe like a sideline reporter for a net game. I think you could say, hey, we're bringing in Rosenberg. He'll be fine. Throw me lead of the booth on the cricket. I don't know if that's the best way to utilize my skill set.
But not yet. I don't know about.
Not to say we couldn't make it work, Don. We'd make it work.
All due respect.
Well,
not cricket.
Not to. I'm not being critical, but it was a fact. They put Katie Nolan on Apple TV to do baseball, and she clearly wasn't a baseball person, but she was a personality.
She knew more about baseball than I know about cricket.
But I'm sure if I said to you, Peter, listen, when's the first game?
July 5th.
July 5th.
We got time.
That's 3 weeks.
Less than a month to
you could cram, talk to people, watch some video, that you'd have enough to be able to contribute in some way. Because you're a talent.
You know, Don, I really, really appreciate. I really appreciate you saying that. Other people I've been told said that I was talented also, but they said other things as well.
And by the way, the defending champions, MI New York. So
What's MI?
Yes has the champion.
Mississippi, New York. It's a collaboration.
Wow, I did not know
No,
that.
I want to know.
I don't know.
This is
I'll
where
have to
we
look
mess
it up.
around, though. Like
I don't know.
The Seattle Orcas. Okay, I can wrap my mind around that. MI New York.
Thank you,
what does
Greek.
it mean?
Mumbai Indians, New York. That's their cricket team.
Okay, I don't get it.
Okay.
But I just don't get it. Explain.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you. Washington Freedom, Texas Super Kings, San Francisco Unicorns. How about that?
We don't know a lot about the unicorn.
And we don't know a lot about the MI New York, but we will.
I wonder if they're injury prone.
But
That would be something, right? If that team just can't get over the hump. Why? Because they got too many injuries.
Oh, I like the LA Night Raiders. That's a cool name, too.
Night Raiders?
Night Raiders.
Well, LA Knight. Yeah.
Raiders.
Let me
They
talk
raided
to you.
Night.
Let me talk to you.
Nice little plug.
I
there.
like that. That'll be interesting.
You guys believe in the Madden curse or no?
I mean, I don't believe in it, but I believe in talking about it for radio fodder.
It's been a while since the curse really affected anybody.
She's saying it's kind of the conspiracy that if you're on the cover of Madden, I wonder how Aaron Rodgers feels about that.
Where are you, by the way?
What's
Where's
this
that?
event?
Where are you? You weren't at camp today. We were wondering where you were.
I'm sorry, Donnie. I have a weird bug sound. Sound of a little nasty gnat, a little roach, a little cockroach named Fauci. Donnie, I got an event. I got to be at.
Okay.
A very important event to me and my family. SneakerCon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to SneakerCon.
Wow.
But I'm gonna be back as soon as I can. You know, the thing to me is we got to focus as an organization on football.
And sneakers.
For me to be at my best, Donnie, I need to go take a look at what's available at SneakerCon. I got to talk to my boy Bobby first. Bobby Kennedy, that is. Future President of the United States of America.
Now, do you believe in the Madden curse?
I love Bobby.
Have you gone down that rabbit hole at all?
Well, was I on it last year? Was I on the cover?
No.
And look what happened to me. So no.
I love Bobby.
Well, the people that do believe in the Madden curse, and it was nice to hear from Aaron. I wish we could have gotten the SneakerCon.
Shut
I
up,
guess is where
Fauci.
he's going to go. The last person that I would say probably got the Madden curse would be Antonio Brown in 2019. We all know how that kind of turned out in the end.
Yeah.
But this year, Christian McCaffrey,
Ooh.
the
he's got a
Niners
contract?
running back, just got his contract. In addition to being the first Niner on the cover in the player-centric era, McCaffrey is the first running back to be on the cover since Adrian Peterson and Barry Sanders in 2013, and the first non-quarterback since Antonio Brown for Madden 19. And like I said, we all know how that turned out. Any idea who the other 49er running back was on the cover of Madden? This was in...
Garrison Hurst.
Has to be.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, just name a 49er running back.
Well, I knew it wasn't going to be one that made sense, right? I mean, Roger Craig predates Madden.
Right. But you named, I think, the one that you should come up. Like, Anthony was floored that you can't.
Well, because he was a kid. He doesn't.
On the
Everybody else has no
international
respect for you.
No, he's probably so young he barely remembers who he is.
That's a name I just learned.
Yeah, he doesn't know who he is.
International edition of the game in 1999.
Yeah, Garrison Hurst wasn't as done. In retrospect, he was a moment in time.
We work it with infants.
I was 5.
Yeah,
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah. By the way, this is when Michael would jump in and go, "Bob, you heard of the Civil War?" Garrison Hurst is not. I mean, he's not Garrison. He's not the most famous Garrison. Garrison Keeler is bigger than Garrison.
Yeah.
He's not even a big Garrison. So I'm not.
I can understand it. Now, if you were RJ, who grew up a 49er fan, you need to know the history.
Yes.
But as a
Franchise.
Giant fan, didn't Garrison Hurst have that long touchdown run in overtime a bunch of years ago against the Jets? I think that was Garrison Hurst, yeah.
Last year covered Josh Allen. That turned out fine. They didn't.
No, but he didn't break anything.
Well, look, that's the thing. That's what the Madden curse used to be, Don, where you'd actually get unfortunately severely injured, and you would have a very horrible season. Josh Allen didn't have a bad season. They just didn't make the Super Bowl.
It ended as many Bills seasons end.
Sadly.
Without a championship.
Without a championship. We have heard more about the Caitlin Clark of it all. USA Basketball says Caitlin Clark's roster omission was due to a lack of national team experience.
Okay.
The
Makes
selection
sense.
committee chair, Jen Rosati, told AP, "It would be irresponsible for us to talk about Clark in a way other than how she would impact the play of the team, because it wasn't the purview of our committee to decide how many people would watch or how many people would root for the U.S. It was in our purview to create the best team we could for Coach Cheryl Reeve.
Exactly. So their job is to put together the best team possible.
Pretty simple.
And to have somebody that's 4 years younger than anybody else on the team with no international experience, is it that crazy a thought? Do you really want them to think about what's going to get more eyeballs to the TV? Or do you want them to build what they think is the team that gives them the best shot to win a gold medal?
I don't understand how we got here, but it just feels like everything related to Caitlin has become like this intentionally political lightning rod sort of thing. And this one kind of feels like a no-brainer. She just wasn't ready for the team yet.
I know how we got here. We got here because there's an appetite to talk about Caitlin Clark, but nobody wants to do the work and watch the WNBA and get into it and actually talk about it like you talk about other sports. Why can't you talk about Caitlin Clark, the player? Why can't you talk about how she played last night? Like we do every other athlete.
I know, it does seem like it's always this broad.
What the last 3 times her name has been brought up has been over some sort of a controversy instead of actually talking about the game. So how are you supposed to grow a sport if you're not talking about the sport? And all the people that are up in arms, can you name 2 people that are even on the U.S. women's basketball team? That would be my request. I don't, so I'm not even going to complain about it.
Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever actually lost to the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun are 10-1.
The Sun are rolling, baby.
WNBA season. The Fever are 3-10. Caitlin Clark, 10 points, 3 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3, minus 30 plus minus. So
I'm going to see the Liberty in a couple weeks.
Are you really?
That's right.
Are they playing Caitlin Clark in the Fever?
No, they're not going to make it to a Fever. I think Fever are done coming. They came here the one time. I think that's it.
I think they've already broken the attendance record for a season.
Don, great job by you. Games are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly tripling last season's average, and more than half of May games have sold out, with arenas at 94% capacity. Attendance figures are the highest since the league's second season
Across
in 1998.
These are the league numbers, not the Fever numbers.
No, just the league. The league has been whoever you want to give credit to. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink, whoever it is.
Well, they can't be at every arena.
The sport has a lot of eyeballs on it.
Good.
Because of the growing interest in the women's game, which is only good.
So when we talk about that, instead of like every controversy you can think of, and then want to get credit for being into women's sports and talking about Caitlin Clark, that's what aggravates me.
There's a good team for the Liberty in this town. There's a good team in the Liberty in this town. They made it to the championship last year, lost to the Aces.
It kind of reminds me like with hockey, like nobody wants to talk about hockey, but the second that somebody gets bludgeoned to death, then they'll then they'll talk about it and be outraged about it. Meanwhile, you didn't watch a second ever, and now you're going to try to pretend to be an expert.
Look, Sabrina Ionescu almost stole All-Star Weekend.
By the way, I was very into that. Remember?
You weren't. You definitely were.
I thought that was an awesome.
That was a cool thing.
It was a really cool thing to do. Don says things are annoying him, so I might as well just do this.
Tiger Watch.
So, Tiger, how did you play today? Well, got off to kind of a slow start.
Do you feel like you're back to win at this level?
Yeah, I do, because I just did it.
You just love Tiger. Sniff him dead.
Peter, we have received word on when Tiger will tee off from Pinehurst for the U.S. Open.
Here we go.
7:29 in the morning.
All right, perfect. Perfect. 7:29 Thursday.
Yep, on Thursday.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be in Vegas.
So it'll be
so at 4:29 a.m. I'll be at the MGM Grand Sportsbook, just throwing down big cash on my guy.
Somebody please get a video of that. Joe Fortenbaugh, if you're going back to Vegas for the fight,
you're not going to be there at 4:29 in the morning.
No, I'm not. In fact, by the time I'm awake and paying attention, he'll be done. 7:29. So he'll be playing till 1:30.
Probably.
Yeah. So that'll make it 10:30. Maybe when I wake up, I'll watch a little Tigre.
Well, Tiger spoke today talking about how he's going to handle Pinehurst and the conditions, because it's going to be very, very warm.
It's going to feel like home. This is, hot and humid is what we deal with every single day in Florida, so that's nothing new. It's the matter of just making sure that I keep hydrated, and the mental tax that the heat will bring, it's going to bring it to all of us, not just me. Everyone's going to be tested.
Look, everybody has to deal with the same weather, but one thing everybody doesn't have to deal with is all of the injuries that Tiger has had to go through and the things that have been hampering him since his return to golf. So, Tiger, will your body be able to hold up in this tournament?
Yeah, I do. I do feel like I have the strength to be able to do it. It's just a matter of doing it. This golf course is going to test every single aspect of your game, especially mentally, and just the mental discipline that it takes to play this particular golf course. And it's going to take a lot. And we've been working on that and making sure that I understand the game plan and be ready in 2 more days.
Peter, the question we always ask you: how do you like Tiger's chances?
I don't love them.
Okay.
I don't love them based on where he's been, but I could almost argue he's due to be like a little bit better.
Make the cut?
The fact that that's a discussion is a problem.
Well,
you would think, right, Don?
I'd love for him to make the cut, obviously, but what I really would love to just not have the weekend end, whether it ends on Friday or ends on Sunday,
with him being hurt,
or with a meltdown, either with being hurt or like he triples twice in the first 5 holes and his day is over. Remember, that's what happened last time, right?
Right.
That's all I'm looking for is don't have a complete physical or mental meltdown for Tiger. That's what I'm, because you look right now. 47th in the 2022 Masters, withdraw with, there's a lot of stuff. Miscut, withdraw.
60th.
It's not good.
No, it's not good at all. And what we need, before we can even wrap our mind around a 16th major, is when are we going to get at least a Sunday where he's in contention?
Ooh.
All right, we're talking about making a cut, but we're saying that you're getting up on Sunday where he's within 5 strokes, 4 strokes, where you're watching with a possibility that maybe he might be able to win this thing.
I feel like the Masters is his best bet just because that course doesn't change.
Exactly. But like
that always will be.
But since the accident, the 6 or 7 majors, we're talking about not even being in contention, and in most cases, not even making it to Saturday.
What do you think?
So can we get to Saturday? Can we get to contention? Then we could talk about actually winning.
What do you think ESPN Bet has him as odds to make the cut?
To make the cut?
Yeah, to make the cut. What's the odds?
Plus 175.
I was going to say plus 130.
Plus 220.
All right, I'm not far off.
And missed the cut 300. You know how good, by the way, Scotty Scheffler's been? There's actually a thing
missed
on
the cut is what?
Minus 330.
Really?
They think he's not going to make the cut.
Wow.
Scotty Scheffler's been so good, by the way. He won another tournament this weekend.
I know he did.
That there's actually a thing on ESPN Bet where you could bet without Scotty Scheffler. Like, not picking Scotty Scheffler, who's going to win this.
Well, what's Scheffler to win? Do you know?
I could take a look at that for you.
My guess would be Scheffler to win the whole thing, Don, is probably plus 250.
Plus 300.
Do you know how insane that is?
So Scheffler versus the field is like what they used to say that about Tiger.
Yes, that's where he's at.
That level.
He's been, this year for him has been unbelievable.
No, he's Tiger-like right now. It's crazy. Real quick, by the way,
Yeah.
we were talking about MI New York.
Yes.
Mumbai Indians. Is a global brand with teams all over the globe.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's MI Cape Town, there's MI Emirates, there's MI New York.
So this is like a New York,
Indians.
this is like a Red Bull situation.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Now, see, Don,
I'm understanding. We're learning the sport.
We learn.
You hear us? Yes? We'll coach us up. We're doing the work.
I got to tell you that this might be the moment that I don't think that has ever been a New York sports show that has talked this much cricket. Ever.
You got to give us
I don't know
credit.
what you get for that.
By the way, and I ate crickets on this show.
You did. So there's
a lot
bit
of
a theme
cricket
there.
love on this show
cricket,
specifically.
There's cricket history here.
I love this story. This is fascinating to me. We have a 4th of July controversy, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah.
God, I don't know if there's anything I could care less about.
So the New York Post has reported that Joey Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on July 4th because he now has a sponsorship with Impossible Foods, which of course is a direct competitor to Nathan's, and as a result, he will not be able to compete.
Now, is it Impossible Foods? Is that vegan?
It would be vegan. It's vegan hot dogs.
Well, that's a reason to ban him right there because it's vegan.
Right. So that's why Don banned him. Now, of course, our good friends, Chris Carlin and Joe Fortenbaugh, they did the work. How about the co-founder of Major League Eating, Rich Shea?
I know who he is.
Joey Chestnut, not banned.
I would love for Joey to change course and be with us. It is not at all a ban of any sort. Nothing has changed in the 20 years that he's done this. This is something that I think he's choosing to do. Hopefully, he changes that course.
So this is semantics.
It is semantics.
He's not banned. He's just ineligible because of the sponsorship.
Yes.
Banned suggests that you're not allowed to play because of some ill-gotten gain or something you did wrong. The second he drops the sponsorship, he's more than welcome to come back.
Which side? So it's Nathan's that's not letting him in? It's the Nathan side or it's the...
Well, I think it's a combination.
Impossible side.
So it is... No. Impossible doesn't care. I believe it's the direct competition with Nathan's that has the problem because he would be sponsoring something or is a sponsor of somebody that is not their hot
who's the
dog.
apparel sponsor of the NFL?
Not right now.
Nike, I believe.
All right,
Nike?
right. So if a football player decides I'm going to wear Adidas, then they're going to probably tell him he's got to go change his shoes. That's not because of Adidas. It's because of the NFL's relationship with Adidas. So it's a combination, but it's the federation that not wanting to rankle the contract that they have with Nathan.
Do we need Joey on the show tomorrow?
I think
I'm good.
I'm going to call.
But I think you're right, Don. It is semantics, but it is still, if this doesn't drop, he can't participate.
Well, what's he thinking?
And then you know what it is?
He might be.
The whole thing's a sham without Joey Chestnut.
Chestnut was paid $200,000 to appear in the Nathan's contest last year and was offered a $1.2 million 4-year contract going forward. So he would have made $300,000.
So I wonder what he's getting from Impossible. That's the question. In the words of Michael Kay, which were really in the words of someone else, get your bag.
Yeah, if he's making more money on that, then does he need the hot dog eating contest?
Eating an Impossible hot dog?
Who is?
Yeah.
I mean, Joey Chestnut.
I'd call it impossible. That is ENN, brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Make This the Summer event. Thank you, Don.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep it going, Don.
Interesting.
If you somehow are late to the program, you're a loud swallow. No nut is totally unhealthy.
I love Bobby.
All right, Don still has 8 seconds. Oh, no, you finished. There it is. That's it. You're going to hurt yourself. Guys, we have Mike Luke tomorrow. We'll get you ready for the NBA Finals. So much to do starting at 3 p.m. See you tomorrow.
It's better than banging.